In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why posting on Instagram is not working for your service-based business. And what it really comes down to is you as a business owner not utilizing Instagram to its full potential. So here's the thing. If you've been posting on Instagram and not getting leads, it's not because Instagram doesn't work. It's because of how you're using it. I want to make this very clear upfront because this is where most service-based business owners actually get stuck. You already built a real business. You're doing 20 to 30, maybe even 50K a month, and most of your work comes from referrals, maybe word of mouth, maybe a little bit of Google. So you're not a beginner. You know your service works. You know people need what you do, but then you look at your Instagram and you think everyone's saying I should be on here, so let me just try it. And here's what you really do. So you post a job, you post a before and after, maybe you throw in something educational, you do it for weeks and nothing happens. You get no leads, you get no calls, you get no real traction. So what do? You stop posting, and now in your head, you've made the decision Instagram doesn't work for my business. And that right there is a problem because it's not that Instagram doesn't work, it's that you were never shown how to use it properly in the first place. And so, if we really just come down here and we look at a Instagram page, we can see that this probably very much is similar to what your page would look like. You have very few followers. You post on Instagram, you have these pictures here that nobody really is going to care about. There's no connection, no trust being built with these pictures, with any of the videos that you have, and that's the problem. It's again, not that Instagram doesn't work, it's that you don't know how to use it correctly. And that's the reason why you're not able to get leads. You're not able to have a full schedule packed out from Instagram. It's just because you are not utilizing it correctly. So let's be real for a second. Most of you are not actually doing marketing on Instagram. You're posting, and those are two completely different things. But posting is just putting content out. Marketing is getting that content in front of the right people consistently with a purpose. And right now, most business owners are doing this. They are finishing a job, they take a picture of the job, and then they just slap it on Instagram and go back to work. There's no strategy behind it. There's no plan. There's no system. And then you expect that one post to somehow bring you customers. Like that's not how it works. Most of you guys have, again, Instagram pages that looks like this. It's just not gonna work. So I mean, look, imagine if you put up one billboard on a random street. You didn't control who saw it. You had no idea who was in the neighborhood or if you were even near a neighborhood. You didn't follow up with anybody who actually saw it, and you just hoped that people called you. That's exactly what most of you are doing with Instagram, and then you're confused on why it's not producing results. And so this is really what most business owners think marketing is. You post, you hope, and then nothing happens. That's a cycle. And when nothing happens, you blame the platform. You say Instagram doesn't work. My customers aren't on there. It's just for influencers. But the truth is, there's no targeting, there's no real reach, there's no consistency. You are relying on the algorithm instead of controlling the outcome using Instagram and Instagram ads and posting real content. So you're basically just putting out content out into the void, hoping it lands in front of the right person at the right time. That's not a strategy, that's luck. And you obviously didn't scale your business on luck before, so what makes you think you're going to scale your business on luck using Instagram? So this is really what you are missing. Number one, local targeting for people that actually want your services. If you can run an Instagram ad that is targeting your ideal prospect, you are going to get more of those good clients that you would want that actually need and want your services. And then number two, a way to show up on your ideal prospects' phones before they even know you need you. So a lot of you think that you have to find the person that wants to buy right then and there, but you're missing the 90% of people that don't want to buy right then and there. So what you want to do is keep showing up on those prospects' phones that maybe later down the line they'll need a service, and you're going to be the first person that they think of because you have popped up on their phone so many times. And then number three is not only showing up on their phones, but consistently show up until they feel like they are part of your family. And what I mean by that is you show up with your content in terms of your stories, your reels, anything. You show up, your ads, everything like that. You show up until they are watching your stories or seeing your activities you do. You're building trust with them. And so they feel like they know you. That is what I mean by showing up like they are part of your family. And so there are really three real reasons posting on Instagram isn't working for your business. And once you understand these, everything starts to click. So I have three boxes here, and we're going to go to box one over here. So this is box one. Right now, your content is only being shown to people who already follow you. And just think about this real quick. So the only people seeing your posts are the people who already know you. How is that going to grow your business? That doesn't bring in new customers. If you want to grow, you need new eyeballs every single day. You need to be in front of homeowners in your area who have never heard of you before. And posting alone is just not going to solve that problem. And then when we move over here to number two, you can see here we have hammer, we have quote before and after. And so what I mean by these is the posts that you're actually doing. A hammer would just be like, look, you're posting your work. But this is the issue. Your content has no direction. It's random. One day it's a job, one day it's a quote, and nothing for a week. So there's no clear problem being addressed, no positioning, no reason for someone to actually look at your content and be like, hey, this is exactly who I need to call. And then content without messaging is just noise. It's literally just noise. People will scroll past that all day. And then when we move over here to the last one, this is actually the biggest one out of the three, but there's no follow up, no retargeting, no conversion path. So even if someone sees your content, even if they're interested, what are you doing? What happens next? Nothing is happening. You're not staying in front of them, you're not building familiarity, and you're just not guiding them towards being a customer in the first place. Like you are literally sitting there and they're sitting there watching your content and then poof, that's it. So they just forget about you and they go over with whoever they actually remember, which is not going to be you. So that's why it feels like Instagram doesn't work because there's no structure behind what you're actually doing. So you have to understand this. Instagram is not just a posting platform, it's an attention platform. And the goal is not to post, the goal is to get attention from the right people that turn the attention into business. Because here's how it's actually going to work. And this is the system that I want to show you. So I have this little diagram here, but here's the goal. So you run ads. This is you up here with your phone. You're running the ads to these homeowners down here. And so the goal is to get the attention of these homeowners and turn this into business. And so this attention will turn into them trusting you, which is going to turn into leads, which is going to turn into being able to go out there and give an in-person quote, which is then going to turn into actual closed deals and customers. So the businesses that are doing 50, 80, 100K months, they're not better than you in any way. They're just more visible. They're consistently in front of their market. So when someone finally needs their services, they're already the familiar option. And the most familiar business, the one that everybody knows is going to win. And you obviously know this. So this is what I'm saying. If you use this system that actually works, this is going to be where you stop posting and you start actually having a real system that is going to allow you to get these clients consistently. So this is more of the system in a nutshell. And what I'm going to show you is how you can actually change everything and build the system that you want. So step one, honestly, is content. This is going to be important, but step one and step two, those go hand in hand The content is not more important than ads, and the ads is not more important than the content. They go hand in hand. So this is what people will see with your content. They'll see your work, your process, your standards, your values, your morals. They'll see you, and that's what you want. You want to be able to build that personal brand because that is what it is. It's a personal brand. So this is what's going to build trust. And again, content alone is not going to actually drive a system. You're not going to have anything in place. And so second piece of this and the second step is the ad. So now instead of hoping somebody actually sees your content, you control who sees it. So you put your content in front of local homeowners every single day. And now you're not going to rely on the algorithm. Now you're actually controlling who gets to see your content. And then retargeting. So with the content and the ads, you'll have people coming in, but you most likely never had a system where you're following up with a follower or following up with somebody who likes a reel. You most likely just let them do that, and then that was it. So this is the piece that most business owners miss. And here's the thing, again, not every client is going to be ready to buy right away. So this is why you have retargeting. So instead of losing them, you stay in front of them. You show up again and again and again and again until they're ready to buy. So now they're going to feel like they know you, and that is just going to increase your trust over time. So instead of posting, hoping, and then actually getting nothing, you now have a system where you're going to have content and ads that is going to build the trust so that you can actually get leads. That's a system, and that system creates predictable results. So instead of just posting, hoping, and nothing happens, you now have a system where you can post your content and get visibility, run ads to the right people. You build that trust and you get leads and clients the right way. That's a system, and systems create predictable results. So at the end of the day, the businesses right now that are winning aren't posting more. They just have a system behind what they're doing. And if you're a service-based business and you know Instagram is the move, but you've been stuck trying to figure out why it's not working, it's because you've been missing this system. So if you want to learn what it actually takes and how to build this system out step by step, hit the subscribe button. I break down exactly how I run the system for multiple other service-based business owners out here in the DMV. And so I'll show you how to stop guessing and start controlling where your leads are actually going to come from. So if you want to book a call with me as well, I'm going to have a link down in the description below. But thank you guys so much for watching.